I thought that because of the success of the Dark Knight and Christopher Nolan's Batman, how they went back to the Dark Knight sort of theme and tone of it, that DC just wanted all their superheroes to be the same tone.
Yeah, I think
because Justice League was dark as.
So they with the dark, realistic take that Nolan tried.
But it works for Batman because that's Batman.
Yeah, because Batman doesn't have powers, right? So
Yeah.
you can do a little grittier, and then they tried to be a little up tempo with Green Lantern, but Green Lantern didn't do so well, so they kind of shy again they don't want bright superheroes. We'll go back to dark. And like the thing is, with Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, there's only one Batman film in that, because Batman Begins is the only Batman film out of those three films. Nolan has the Dark Knight Returns, the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Strikes. I can't even remember. Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises is the third one, yeah.
Yeah, because that's how much I don't like them. So the only one I like is the Dark Knight, but
because Joker was the star.
no, it's not. It wasn't Joker.
Wasn't that?
So the reason why I say that in the Dark Knight trilogy there's only one Batman film, and that's Batman Begins, because that's the only one that centers Batman as the character. Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises are both films about the ideology of Batman, what Batman inspires in the city of Gotham. Because The Dark Knight isn't Batman's film, it's Harvey Dent's. Harvey Dent is the character that has a full story arc in that film. From Batman going, hey, if this guy's on the level, I don't need to be Batman with this guy in charge as DA running things, doing things cleanly. And then obviously he has that turn, he has that psychotic break, and then he becomes Two-Face, right? And so the only thing I don't like about The Dark Knight is the fact that Two-Face dies so easily. I'm like, oh. But Joker in that film is what Joker should be, and that's chaos. He's a free radical, he's an anarchist. There's no reason for the Joker to be there, he just is. And what he does is end up kind of taking Batman's attention away from the stuff happening with Harvey Dent, which kind of results in the death of Rachel, and then turns him into thing, and he kind of blames Batman for that. So that's Joker's whole reason to be in that film, was to be chaos. The character development is centered on Harvey Dent. So Dark Knight is a Harvey Dent film. And Harvey Dent is obviously inspired by Batman's crime fighting, which is why he wants to be the DA and kind of do things the legal way to kind of carry on Batman's crusade. And that's why Batman's like, hey, I can step away if this guy gets into power. This guy's on level. Dark Knight Rises is about John, what was his fucking name? Robin. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, which was when he was like, my name's Robin. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's like, how heavy-handed did you have to be for that? It was like, fuck. We all knew he's Robin, and he didn't have to just fucking say he's Robin. That is about him. It's about him being, as an orphan, being inspired by Batman, and becoming a cop to be like Batman and fighting crime and stuff. It wasn't about Batman. It was about John. Was it John Smith? I can't remember. John something.
I think it was John Smith.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? It's a basic white guy's name. So that's, and the ending, the whole Talia al Ghul thing was that was so fucking obvious. And if even the Ra's al Ghul thing in Batman Begins, when I was like, oh yeah, Ken Watanabe, that's cool. But then I looked at Liam Neeson and went, oh fuck, he's Ra's. And his again, it's one of those comic things as well. It was just oh, he's Ra's because he was wearing green.
Right.
And green is Raz's color, and Ken Watanabe was wearing red. And so, oh, this is Henry Ducard. I went, that's fucking Raz. It's they fucking tell me that's not Ra's al Ghul. So, yeah, and the Talia thing was just as obvious. It was oh, that's Talia. It was, so just kind of understanding that, you realize that's kind of what Nolan was trying to do was like show how Batman is a symbol and can inspire change in people to fight, you know, for Gotham City.
I think you explain why Dark Knight Rises is shit, because that's the same theme. Hey, carrying on from the second one, right?
Yeah.
And then because I always wondered why, to me, the Batman character in the Dark Knight was like a minuscule character. It was in the background.
Yeah.
Almost like it was in the background.
That's what I mean. Like that's why it was.
But it was Heath Ledger's performance that actually was in my face.
Yeah.
And he stole every single scene.
Oh yeah, no, he did. But like the character development was all Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
So
you take Batman out, it's still a good movie.
Yeah. And like the ending of Dark Knight Rises pisses me off because he did Inception before Dark Knight Rises, eh? Yeah, he did, because that's why he had Marion Cotillard as Talia al Ghul. And so, you know, the ending of Inception, he has the spinning top, right? And then it cuts, so you don't know whether the top spin continues or stops, right? And it kind of leaves it open. I was like, why didn't he do that with Dark Knight Rises? Because all he had to do was have Alfred sitting there in that cafe, in that restaurant, having his meal, looking up, smiling, cut. Now you're like,
Who's running it?
is Batman alive? But no, they had to show Batman.
Yeah.
They had to show Bruce Wayne and Selina. I'm like, fuck. Like, there would have been despite the shit movie, that would have been a stronger ending for me. Like, kind of leaving it open where you're thinking, oh, does that mean Batman's alive? Because Michael Caine's smiling and happy, because he talks about how all he wants to do is see Bruce happy, living a normal life. And so, like, that would have implied it without showing it, you know. And